Coming up on City Spotlight, it's the start of Season 10 of City Spotlight. And in this premiere episode of Season 10, we feature for the first time Robinson, the 23rd community to be featured on City Spotlight. We'll talk for the first time with the new mayor of Robinson, Mike Shimer. Mike shares a little bit about himself and an overview on Robinson, its location, public works, and economic development. We're learning all about Robinson for the first time as we kick off Season 10 of City Spotlight. City Spotlight is supported by Consolidated Communications. CCI is honored to salute the cities and their leaders in the area, as well as providing TV, internet, and phone service to local homes and businesses. We live where we work and are proud to support the communities we serve. More information available at consolidated.com. And welcome to another edition of City Spotlight. We have made it to Season 10 of City Spotlight, and we are kicking off this 10th season of City Spotlight on location, as we are for many of our episodes here on City Spotlight. In our latest community to join the program here on City Spotlight, our 23rd community is Robinson. Yes, we are in Robinson for this first episode of Season 10. We're in Crawford County, and we're taping here on August 23rd at the Robinson Civic Center. And to help us out, we welcome first time to the program the new mayor of Robinson, Mike Shimer. Mike.
Thank you.
Great to have you on.
Thank you for having me.
Mike is a familiar face to WEIU viewers. He was a storyteller in the Crawford County This Is Our Story program that WEIU did a little over a year ago, 2022. Great to have Mike back on WEIU, but first time on this program, Mike. So for viewers that may have not seen you in that Crawford County program, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a lifetime resident of Robinson here. I grew up and went away to college, came back and became the park superintendent in mid-1970s, and from there, 47 years later, here I am in a different chair and elected mayor back in April. Happy to try this, kind of retired from the parks scene and enjoying this very well so far.
All right, very good. So officially 3 months or so on the job as mayor of Robinson. What made you want to?
You know, I think the idea that I wanted to stay involved in the community, even though I'd retired from the park system. I'd been zoning administrator, enterprise zone administrator, had a lot of education in government. Felt like I could still provide a good resource for our community, and I've always wanted to be involved in the mayor's situation, and something that the opportunity arose and stepped in, and I'm happy I did.
As you mentioned right off the top, many years involved with the community, very familiar with it. How do you think that previous position with the Parks Department here in Robinson, how do you think that might have helped you prepare for this new position?
Well, I think the thing that you do in any public situation is you get involved with the community and you make a lot of contacts. You learn to communicate. Your communication skills are huge, I think, in this department, in any department within the city, be it the wastewater, the street, the police. We've got to be able to do what's best for our community, and we are here for the community. We don't work. They don't work for us. We kind of work for them, and we got to put our best foot forward, try to make our community as good as we possibly can. And make it grow, and that's our goal, and that's what I came in to try to do. And there's a lot of opportunity here. We are an anomaly as a community, and there's exciting times to be involved in Robinson. I think we're going to talk about that, but yes. It's good to be here.
All right, we're glad to be here to kick off Season 10 here in Robinson, our latest community here on City Spotlight. Typically, first-time episodes on new communities, we dive into all the different aspects. What's the community about, the public works, roads, things like that. But Mike, I feel obligated as we tape again here in August of 2023, during the springtime, around the time that you were officially elected as mayor, horrible tornadoes went through the general area of this country. It impacted Crawford County and Robinson. For our viewers at home, how is Robinson and the Crawford County area doing 4 months later?
You know, I think we've done very well. I think the recovery is well underway. Everyone got involved. That's the thing about a small community, a small county, everybody knows everybody, and you can. The helping hand was there. We have great leadership in all of our rescue departments and our civil defense, so to speak. It went well, and I think it still is. There's fundraising underway to help. The homes are going back up. Right. Debris's been removed. And unfortunately, we lost 3 lives in our county, and you always hate that, but right. We are coming back on the other side, and I think very, very positive.
All right, very good. Thank you for that update, and I'm sure in future episodes we'll touch base on things that had to be rebuilt and whatnot. So very good. Okay, let's dive right into here on our first episode on Robinson. Let's get an overview of the community with Mike, and let's start with the location and roads of Robinson, located here in southeastern Illinois, here in Crawford County. It's the county seat of Crawford County. You have 2 state highways that give access to Robinson. That's Illinois routes 33 and 1. Mike, let's start there. Location and the roads that lead to Robinson.
Well, the location, obviously, you're right. We're the center of the county of Crawford County here along the Wabash River. People ask us where you're from. We say, well, you ever eat a Heath Candy bar, or you buy Marathon gas. That's kind of where we are, close to Terre Haute. You got to give them directions.
Yeah.
But like I mentioned earlier, we're an anomaly. We have 3 Fortune 500 companies here, in Victor Dana and Hershey and Marathon, and not too many people, not too many communities anywhere can say that. And we are blessed to have that. But not only that, but we have a lot of other businesses and companies that are involved here in Crawford County, not only in Robinson, but our entire county. And roads lead here. And that's what we like about Robinson. And obviously, it'd be nice to have a 4-lane highway. Work with what you got, and that's kind of where we are on that too.
You do have 2 state highways that help get people to Robinson, so that is a definite plus. All right, let's dive right into public works. And public works, as we know here on City Spotlight, water, sewer, intercity roads, parks. And let's talk about this facility that we're taping at here, Robinson Civic Center. You mentioned to me before we started recording, things have been done recently, and still there's future work to be done. Tell us about this building, what it houses, and the work that's being done to improve it.
The Civic Center used to be called a community center. We thought it was time for a facelift. It was built in the 70s. Marketing that by making that change and addressing how the building looks itself. It's the home of the City Hall and the Robinson Police Department right now, and we put in a new floor. We got a video audio systems in now, and we've upgraded how it sets up. You got a little bit of a tour a while ago, and you could see that this is a unique building that can be flipped into a lot of different events. And already we have several in the planning stages. It's been a good addition to our community. We started that flip right after I got here. So we've been a lot of work done here, but as far as what we're trying to do with our entire community, it's a great time as the community is prospering. Housing's going well, and there's a lot of good things to talk about.
Okay, very good. Great facility here, the Robinson Civic Center. Look to see how it evolves over time the next time we come here on City Spotlight. Let's talk about water, roads, sewer, anything in recent times prior to our taping, work that has been done.
Well, I think the one thing I learned when I did get into the mayor spot, I knew beforehand, obviously living here as long as I have, but your infrastructure and your water and your sewer and your internet, back when COVID was involved, we were all fighting that. Well, we were installing internet, and we got high-speed internet installed during that time. And
as are a lot of communities in the area.
A lot of them were, and now that's a big plus. You don't hear that word. Everyone used to say, we need high-speed internet. Well, we got high-speed internet, so we took care of that problem. We have a wastewater plant that we looked at with the idea that we wanted, when it was built about 8 to 10 years ago, we didn't look at, hey, let's be proactive here and build it big. So it can handle up to 12,000 people. We're at 6,500. So we have room for expansion, which means we have room for growth, and that's important. Good, strong water system. Our Robinson-Palestine Water Commission does a great job with our water, and we have plentiful water. That's another thing that most industries are looking for are the infrastructure and the water and the sewer and the gas. And we're an Ameren company. That's our electrical situation here. But the internet was big, and those things have all come along, and we're happy with that.
Any notable work? Summertime is typically a time for communities to work on those public works related materials, things. Anything being going on during this summer of note?
I think every community does the same thing that we're doing. You've got the road work, and we're doing a lot of asphalting. In fact, that was just completed here recently, and sidewalks and the infrastructure, and that's part of the deal too. And you don't look at all those things that can be important to the residents who live here. And that quality of life is huge, and we have a very strong wastewater department, street department. Both of them are out working in this heat today and making improvements, and we're one step forward every day. That's what we're trying to do.
Very glad to be inside this air-conditioned facility as of right now, one of the hottest days of the year here on August,
for sure.
August 23rd. You mentioned quality of life. Nice little segue there. Your previous position here in the city of Robinson was in the parks. As I learned in the Crawford County This Is Our Story program, Mike told the story about the Robinson parks. Lots of outdoor opportunities in the community. Give us an overview of what things people can do in Robinson outdoors.
Outdoors wise, we're blessed to have a very, very unique park system, and it took a lot of folks a lot of years to build what we have at Pelican Cove. We have everything you can think of: baseball, softball, pickleball, cornhole, par 3 golf courses in a park, 6 tennis courts, and of course the swimming facility. And the project that we're working on now, we want to add a lazy river to that situation there in Pelican Cove, and it'll be great. So just the preliminary studies being done. We've had the architect here, and we're blessed to have an all-inclusive playground. So any child of any ability has an opportunity to go to that playground. It has turned into a fabulous addition to our community. And then you move away from the parks. We have par 3 golf course I mentioned at Washington, but there are 2 other 18-hole park golf courses in Crawford County, in Oak Glen, and then probably our highlight is Quail Creek Country Club, just a beautiful place. And that's another thing that's very strong. We've got a great school system. They have an outdoor all-weather track. People walk there. And we mentioned the sidewalks, but there's a lot of activity that the city tries to provide. We want to have a good quality of life for the families that live here. And you live in rural America, you've got to offer, you've got to think about your residents. You don't want to have people come up, there's nothing to do. We don't want to hear that. We have things to do, and we have shown and proved that over and over and over by the things we do in our parks and the festivals that we offer, and the Daffodil Festival, the Fall Festival, the Festivale, and we have a Christmas program coming up. We have a unique Halloween program too. So there's lots to do. You can't go more than a week or two and not find something. We have a very strong Chamber of Commerce that's involved in farmers markets. So there's something to do all the time. And rural America, and that's a term I use a lot in rural America, is that we're here, we're all together, and the community knows everybody, and you can do a lot of cool things.
Just looking forward to hearing your comments again about the parks, Mike, because I heard them through your story on the Crawford County This Is Our Story program. The golf courses obviously are great things for the community to do outside and continue to flourish in Robinson. All right, let's talk economic development. I think you already name dropped some of your major employers. Let's get an overview of your community. Again, restate those major employers in the community and other ones that you want to share with us.
Well, we mentioned it always comes up, our Fortune 500 companies.
And that's a very big deal.
That's a big deal, folks. If you look at that, and I don't want to trash Evansville, but they don't have any, and we have 3. So make a note, folks, that Robinson is progressive, proactive, and we've got some great industry here. Not only do we have Marathon, which is 600 plus employees, Hershey's pushing 900 now, Victor Dana, but we have the Flying S out in the country. Lincoln Land Ag's a big company that you hate to start listening because I will leave them out, but E.H. Berry and Pepsi.
We're not singling anyone out.
Let's not do that. But all of them play a unique part of our community, and the thing that we have that is a good problem to have, we need people here. We have lots of jobs that are available. Hershey is constantly looking for employees. Victor Dana does. Even our smaller businesses up and down Main Street, you'll see the help wanted sign, and that's a good thing to have and a bad thing to have, but we need people. And how do you address that? You look for housing, and you step up and you make decisions on what can we do to bring people to Robinson, give them a place to live? And we check our traffic count. Right now, we have in excess of 11,000 cars a day that come into Robinson from the west. We know that. We have the same problem coming from the east, and you talk about those two major highways. But that's how people are getting here. In the meantime, we have addressed that by developing a Prairie Estates subdivision on the southwest portion of town. In fact, last night at our council meeting, we did the final improvements on approved the plat, approved the covenants, and those set in motion 43 lots that will be available for a new house, and we call them new homeowner construction. We have 4 duplexes under construction right now. We have a very nice home being built in the southwest portion of town too. A couple of them have gone up on the north side. We're trying to enlarge our footprint within the city to provide us more funding through our motor fuel tax, some other areas that we can help improve our community. So those things, we talk about our business climate. We've had an Arby's, Ace Hardware, Ginger Ales has come to town.
Those are popular. Those ginger ales are popping up everywhere.
And it's going like crazy. So there's growth here, and you talk about infrastructure and the water and the sewer and the streets, but infrastructure also includes grocery stores, ginger ales, Arby's, places to eat, those things.
The businesses around the square or outside of the
and
square.
Our square, if you go around it, in most towns our size, you'll find a lot of empty buildings. We don't have very many. In fact, I might say that there could maybe be 1 or 2, and that might be it right now. So growth is there. We want people to come to Robinson, be a member of our community, and we're working on that with our housing. Daycare has been discussed, and it's being handled. I think that's a problem every community has, but we've even seen improvement in that area. So lots of good news here in Robinson.
You name dropped many of the businesses there. Also, another major employer, I would say probably county, not just Robinson. It's located in Robinson. Is the hospital. You have a major hospital in Crawford Memorial, and their contributions to the community.
And they're constantly growing. Great job there. Unfortunately, I've had 2 back surgeries here in the last few years.
Unfortunately, you're very familiar with.
We know how that works out there and where they go from there. But yeah, we're blessed to have a great hospital system, a medical system here, great doctors, and they are a diversified hospital for a rural hospital. We are very fortunate to have what we have here, and it plays in line with the other parts of the infrastructure, and we have a fantastic library. The building there is beautiful, and our school system is top notch. We got great educators here, and a strong school board. Just a good solid place to be.
We look forward to talking Robinson schools on future episodes here. I think you name dropped off Route 1 there on the east side of Robinson. You have higher education. You have Lincoln Trail College.
Yeah, and I just, in fact, I sent a note to the IECC Chancellor Ryan Gowhart just this morning. I actually graduated from there in the early 70s. Don't want to give my age away, but it is a stepping stone for people in our community and young people that can get a head start on that 4-year college degree. And to do that, we co-op with them with our high school system. They can get an associate's degree and almost same time they're graduating from high school, they've got that 2-year out of the way and they're ready to go to college. It's growing. Ryan's doing a great job with the college system, and it's been a plus for us. They are within the city limits of Robinson, so we count those folks out there. And we've got a prison out there as well, and they're quiet and low-key people, but part of our community too.
Great to have higher education here in the area on the east side of Robinson. Let's highlight some of your annual festivals. And when I was a few months back, around the time that you were elected mayor, and you had, I think, alluded to this maybe in your Crawford County, this is our story that in that program, of other things coming down the road, and you had the very first, you name dropped it earlier, first Daffodil Festival.
Daffodil Festival.
That was in April. Yeah. Tell us what that is and how did it go?
Well, it went great. Our thing was local flower shop here, Sparks Floral, was kind of helped me come up with an idea, and we ran with it. Daffodils, we planted well over 6,000 daffodil bulbs throughout the community. So they all bloom about April 15th. That's the weekend that we do hold that festival. And it's geared for the nonprofits. We're looking to clubs and organizations here that give back. and they have an opportunity, and we don't charge a fee for them to set up. We had over 50 booths, had a great turnout. It looked like a little market. Obviously, we're going to do that every year. So it's back on the books for that second weekend in April. Fed right into some other things that we do. We did a 4th of July celebration. We work with that. We have a national night out with our police and fire and rescue folks, which leads into our Shrine Barbecue, which was just completed not too long ago. The Kiwanis Club here has a very nice fish fry. That's early in June. Well, most of these things work around, like I mentioned, we try to do something every few weeks. We have a downtown concert series across street. We call it summer concert series at Cross Street Station, which is across here in downtown Robinson. Bring in a band to play for free. People bring their lawn chairs, sit in the streets. We do the Halloween event downtown, which is Trick or Treat across street. Last year we had an excess way over 1,500, 2,000 kids made that trip there. And Hershey was a very instrumental in helping us with the candy and the treats. Appreciate that. And we're about to have our first Christmas program here in the Civic Center, which will be the same sort of thing. It'll be market, festivals, booths.
Okay.
You'll hear more about that in the near future.
All right, very good. We have a little upcoming events thing that we have typically at the near the end of the episode, so we'll have some of those upcoming activities going on in the community. Also, if I did my research correctly, Heath Harvest Fest, is that something?
Yep, that's first Saturday in October, and that has been held since the early '80s. In fact, that goes back to I was actually a chairman back there years ago for 10 years. It has been a mainstay here in Robinson. And same weekend that they have the wine festival over in Palestine, and both those events are extremely well attended. There's a parade involved with the fall festival here in Robinson, about the only parade we have in Robinson. And it's the same sort of deal. We put markets around town, fundraisers around the square, and booths, so forth, food, and opens around 8 o'clock in the morning on that first Saturday in October. And it's been a good event.
Okay. Just have a handful of minutes left with you, Mike. Probably left some things on the paper here, but we'll save those for another episode down with you. You're 3 months into the job as mayor. You've kind of given us some bullet points of what your, I think, priorities and things that you want to work on. But what are some of your other short-term or long-term goals if you want to reemphasize for the community?
Well, I think short-term, we are trying to make sure that Robinson is a destination spot where families want to be. And to do that, we have to continually work on beautifying our community, making it user-friendly, developing our park system, developing housing. And like I say, there's lots of steps you can take, or baby steps. It's going to take all of us. I think we've got a very good council. We've got strong leadership in our community, but they're all going to be a part of that. We've got a mayor's breakfast coming up here in a couple of weeks, and we're going to bring all those people together and just get together and get to know each other and make sure we're all focused on the idea that Robinson can be a great place, and has been for many, many years, and we want to continue that growth and improve on what we have.
The tornado hit in April around the time of the elections and you being elected. Did that change anything plan-wise, other than maybe having to fix a few things as a result of it? But did it alter any plans?
I don't think it really altered anything. I think what it did, it showed that we were on the right track, that we had a community that was going to get behind each other and work with each other, and we saw that. I think that was the bright spot, if there was. You know, the disaster where you had so many people lose everything, lose their homes and their livelihoods. It's all gone. You know, we lost an airport, we lost a building from IECC college campus, and lots of homes. But you saw the spirit of the community, and I think that's what we were looking for. Is that you could see that, hey, there's potential here, and everybody did what they needed to.
I was going to ask you what the strength of the community is, but I think you just kind of summed it up right there in that comment. Mike, down to the last few seconds here. Anything else you'd like to add on this first episode here on Robinson?
I appreciate you coming over and visiting. Well, it went quick. It was a quick 30 minutes here, a quick time.
A little over 20 minutes, yeah. It does fly by when you're having a good time talking.
I enjoyed it. I just want to emphasize, if you haven't been to Robinson, take the day, come visit, and you'll be impressed with what you see. Stop by City Hall, say hello. We'll be happy to give you a tour of our community. And if you're looking for a job, we've got them. Come on over and check in with some of our industries and businesses, and you'll be happy you came here.
You have one of those communities where you name drop you said how much your population is and how much traffic you have. You have a lot going on here in the community.
Do.
So,
yeah.
First time talking Robinson here on City Spotlight as we kick off season 10. We thank the time of the mayor of Robinson, Mike Shimer. Mike,
thank you.
Great to see you again. We look forward to taping with you down the road.
Okay, we'll do it again anytime.
Before we wrap up this episode here on Robinson, let's take a look at some of the upcoming activities going on in Robinson. Thank you for tuning in to City Spotlight. You can check out past episodes, including the one you're watching right now, on YouTube. To check out recent episodes of Central and Southeastern Illinois towns featured on City Spotlight, search on YouTube, City Spotlight, with the show number and the name of the town. Listed on your screen are the last 5 episodes of City Spotlight. City Spotlight is supported by Consolidated Communications. CCI is honored to salute the cities and their leaders in the area, as well as providing TV, internet, and phone service to local homes and businesses. We live where we work and are proud to support the communities we serve. More information available at consolidated.com.